Hi guys, LGs, ladies and gents, welcome back to my channel, Ageless Beauties, ABs. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am outdoors today, you guys. It's such a beautiful day, and I thought this would be perfect place to actually talk about this topic of the courage or the courage you need to wear a wig, okay? I wanted to do it outdoors because, of course, a lot of times it's not so much about you when you're wearing a wig, it's about people on the outside. So, because most of the time when you're wearing a wig, it's about outside influences. And so the perfect place to do this, of course, is outside. I was asked to do this video from a woman who has lost her hair, and she wanted some insight on what she'll be facing when she makes that decision to wear a wig. I don't want to get too long, but let me just give you guys a background of my story of when I started wearing wigs. My son is now 30, okay, but when he was 15, he was diagnosed with a tumor that was cancerous, and one of the um, one of the side effects was that he started losing all of his hair everywhere, from his head, his brows, his lashes, everywhere there was supposed to be hair, it was starting to come out. So that was my first intro into the medical issues that people go through when they're using chemo, radiation, taking medicine. Some medicines can cause you to lose some of your hair and all that kind of stuff. So when that happened, you guys, I decided to, call in our barber. Uh, we had a guy who came to our home and cut his hair, and just kind of being supportive, trying to be supportive of my son. That's when I decided to also cut my hair off. Okay, that was really my first time going bald, but that was my choice. Okay, and that's when I realized it's just hair. Okay, there's just so many. It was just what we were dealing with was so much more than just the hair part of it. But even though he had to go through 42 weeks of chemo, losing his hair was devastating to him, and he's a child. He's 15-year-old boy. Can you imagine what it's like for a woman who's supposed to have the hair is supposed to be our crown of glory, to lose our hair? Okay. And so it can be very devastating. It can be very heartbreaking. It can make you, some women feel less feminine, less sexy, less attractive, and you can lose your confidence because of that, right? You want to get that back some kind of way. And to me, wearing my wigs gave me back some of that, okay? It gave me back my confidence. It gave me back that femininity, that sexiness, that look of a woman, okay? Not saying you can't, I'm not saying if you're bald and you chose to be that way, that you're not sexy or anything of that nature. But for me personally, my choice is to wear a wig. Okay. I have had several women, especially women. Okay, I do have male clients as well, but especially women, I've had them ask, you know, I've had them email me and talk about their journey and the lack of confidence, the lack of sexy appeal, the lack of femininity they feel because they lost their hair. And so I wanted to address this topic because it is a very serious topic for a lot of people, especially women, like I said, who may be the first time they've ever put a wig on or even thought about wearing a wig. You would think it's simple. You just go to a wig store, find a wig you like, put it on. But it's not that simple, you guys. There's a lot of outside influences because it's usually the people on the outside who are influencing your decision whether to wear a wig or not. There are people who will criticize you, who will try to make you feel bad about wearing a wig, who just have something that something to say about what you're doing with your head. Okay, and I wanted to really just give you guys a scope of, where I started with wigs. Now, let me just clarify for you guys. I've been wearing, weaves, extensions, braids, ponytails, you name it, since I was in my teens. So wearing a full wig was not a big jump for me, but it still was very painful, if you will. Even though I was wearing all of those things when I was younger, it was a difference when I had to wear a wig or when the choice was taken away from me, okay? When I was younger, I chose to wear those things. Now that I'm older and I do suffer from hair loss, the choice was taken away from me. I was either going to go with a bald head or I was going to have to wear a wig of some sort, okay? And so because I no longer had the choice, I felt some kind of way about that. Okay, it wasn't as fun, in the beginning, going to a store and saying this is going to be my way of living for the rest of my life. I'm going to be wearing a wig for the rest of my life, and so it's not easy. It's not something that's natural because you just think, oh, I can put in extensions, I can color my hair, I can do things to change up my look. But those are things I chose to do. This hair loss, I didn't choose that, okay? Now, granted, some of the things that I was doing to my hair helped cause my hair to come out, but alopecia and male pattern baldness also was something that I had no control over, okay? And you guys, it does take courage. It takes courage and confidence because if you don't have those two things, then these people on the outside who have no problems giving you their opinion, whether you ask for it or not, will tear you down because you're wearing a wig, okay? I can tell you so many different stories from people that didn't know me, who don't know me, as well as from people who I consider, really good friends of mine, even family members. And they all had negative comments at some point of me wearing wigs, okay? So had I not had the courage and the confidence within myself to put on a wig, because now you guys know how I like to flip my wigs, okay? I would wear short hair one day, long hair the next day. I would have a two-tone color one week. My husband was like traveling a lot, and when I had to pick him up from the airport, he would say, "Who's going to pick me up this week?" Because I would change up a lot. So I had the confidence, I had the courage that it needed, that I needed to be able to sport my hair, sport a wig. Okay, not a lot of women have that, especially people who've always had hair, who never had to, never ventured into extensions and braids and weaves and that kind of thing. This is all new to them. Of course you're going to be afraid. Of course you're going to lack some confidence, and maybe even feel unfeminine, or not sexy, or less of a woman, because now you've lost your hair. But I'm here to tell you guys, you can and you will get over that, okay? You have to realize that the people on the outside are not walking in your shoes. Trust me, if they were walking in your shoes, they lost their hair, they would be out there buying a wig as well. It takes a lot of self-love. It takes a lot of self-love, a lot of courage and confidence in order to go into a store and take your hat off, let people see your bald head, and put a wig on. It's just, it's not easy. Even for me, still to this day, you guys. And I've been wearing wigs now for over 5 years. Okay, and when I go into a wig shop, I'm still hesitant about taking off my wig, or taking off my cap, or whatever I'm wearing that day, and letting people see what's underneath my wig. Okay, I'm still hesitant because people are quick to judge. People are quick to make comments that you didn't ask for. Okay, and and you just don't want people to see that, that side of you, that vulnerability. You feel vulnerable when you go out in public, to a wig shop, to a wig store, and remove your wig. That can make you feel vulnerable. No one wants to feel that way. So yes, it does take courage. It does take confidence, and that's something that you're going to have to. Okay, you're going to have that to wear a wig. Look yourself in the mirror and know that, hey, this is the best that I can do, with what I'm dealing with. Those people who on the outside, okay, they're they're on the outside for a reason. All right, don't let them inside your head, inside of your spirit, and don't let them break your confidence in your ability to still look good, to still feel good, to still be sexy. Okay, to still feel feminine. People want to put you in a box where they're comfortable with you. It has nothing to do with you, it's with them. Okay, they can't handle your beauty, they can't handle your glory, they can't handle your individuality. They want you to fit in this box so that they will feel comfortable around you. Don't let people put you in a box, honey. Wear a wig. Wear your wig if that's what you choose to do, or wear your bald head if that's what you choose to do. But make it your choice, because once it's your choice, you'll get the confidence, you'll get that courage that you need to step out, in any form, in any way, wig or no wig. And so that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. I don't want this to be too long of a video, but I did want to address this issue because, like I said, I've gotten a lot of emails from women who are now, you know, having to deal with wearing a wig. And so I'm going to leave you guys there. We'll continue this topic because it is important. I hope you guys will leave your comments supporting, okay, these people who are out there making that decision to wear a wig, and let them know that, it's okay. I know there are people out there who have their natural hair who really you know, really hit us hard. Those who wear, those of us who wear wigs, they really come at us hard because they have their natural hair, but they're not going through what we're going through. Okay, once they lose their hair, if they ever was to lose their hair, trust me, like that, they'll be in the wig store. Okay, so I don't let anyone on the outside influence what I do to my body, to me, mentally, spiritually, and especially what I put on my head. Okay? It's not going to happen, and I hope you don't let it happen to you. Be, be who you are. Do you, do what you feel is comfortable for you, and just be true to who you are. So, thanks for watching. Be blessed and a blessing. I'll see you guys on the next one. This is the Lady of Lace Wigs signing off.